Hello everyone, it's me, Ms. Ruiz. I wanted to come on and make a video real quick, kind of explaining how to complete assignments, especially using MindTap. Do keep in mind that any chapter tests will be strictly through Blackboard, and I'm going to kind of show you how to do that. So, as you can see, this is the landing page that you should see whenever you sign into medical legal issues. And as you can see, you have your toolbar here to the left. Assignments is where all your assignments are. Alright, anything that I've actually put in a note here, anything below here is everything that is due for that week. So you have Chapter 3 and Chapter 4, as well as your Chapter Test 1. So here is an example of your test being in Blackboard. You will click here to take it directly through Blackboard. All your other assignments, you go through. Let's start with Chapter 3. And this is how they're all going to look. I do have this little study tips. It will disappear after, I think, this week. Then it'll be up to you to figure out how what works best for you. So, as you can see, this first link is literally just the chapter information. This is what you read. The summary, same thing, kind of summarizes it. PowerPoint, again, I put those in there for review. Some people learn better when all the fluff's kind of removed. So I put PowerPoints in there. Now, starting with your quick check, these are kind of out of order, but either way, you have to do them all. So you'll do your quick checks, apply yourself, research, reflect, and test yourself. Those are all assignments that you have to do. They're activities. So I'm going to I'll go into one of these. We'll start with one because I'm a linear person. So when we click on that link, it'll automatically take us to that assignment. You'll see that first and then the assignment comes up. This makes it so simple. I'm trying to keep it easy. So when you get here, you might think, okay, well, where is it? You see this little chevron right here where my mouse is? You actually have to open that up. When you open that up, it will then load the assignment. From there, you would click Assignment Now. And there you go. You have just 3 questions in this one little section. So you would answer those. You could check your work, submit, all that fun stuff, okay? Moving past that, I'll get out of this just to show you that if you just use your links here, you cannot miss anything. I want to go into the research question, for example, because this is a submit assignment. This is not one that you would just answer questions in MindTap. This one you actually have to go to Word, create a document, save it with your name. So I would prefer if you had first and last name when you save it. But for example, you hit resume assignment. This is going to tell you what you need to do. So you're going to find an article that pertains to healthcare related federal law, might include HIPAA or Affordable Care Act or Medicare regulations. You'll summarize the article and explain how it relates to the chapter to further enhance your understanding of the material in the text. So, it says prepare your research document. That means you open up Word or any kind of word processor. You'll type up your response to this. Remember, research is APA format, which means you should have a title page, your actual meat of your paper, and do not forget citations. You will get points deducted for citations. This first couple weeks I'm a little more lenient as people are starting to get their bearings, but as we approach chapters 3, 4, and so on, grading will be more stringent because you've already been asked at this point to include those pieces to refer to APA formatting. Make sure you're using your in-text citations. So if you're using quoted material, there's only a certain percentage of your paper that can, or of that submission that can be quoted. The rest of it has to be your own words. Otherwise, I don't know that you really understand what you learned from the article. This is more proof to me that you are understanding and comprehending the laws and what you're reading and how can you apply this, I need to make sure you know that, because this isn't for my protection. This is for your protection. Because when you go out into the field and you're working for someone, their lawyers are going to protect them. They might give you a consultation, but beyond that, it's on your budget. It's on your bill. They're not going to protect you. And most of the time, like if you're going to go into coding, All that doctor has to say, well, I didn't code it that way. Even if you approach them and you tell them, I can't code this way because X, Y, and Z. Or, due to unbundling, I can't do that. Or, you have to put the evidence in front of them to show them. But if you let them overpower you by saying, well, I want it done that way, later on, they don't have to say they did it. So this is for your protection. It's very important for you to know these laws and these rules. Because the OIG and the feds and everyone, they don't care about the little trivial things. They care about facts. So if you're the one who did it, you're the one in trouble. Plain and simple. So once you have your Word document saved with your first and last name, you'll hit choose file. I always recommend, I'm going to show you all my files. I always recommend you save it in one area. And then, you go to documents, and there it is, okay? And so you can upload it. And then once it's uploaded, you will not have a grade initially because it's a manual grade. So I will have to go in and read it. And then I will usually post comment. So in your gradebook area, which can be found right here, you'll be able to open up your gradebook and then see that any comments that I left and what your final grade for that specific assignment was. All right, your reflect is going to be the same way, except you don't have to have a separate document. I believe this one you just enter right into the box. So once this comes up, I'll show you. So start assignment now, and right there, all you do is answer this. It says reflect on what you've learned. Please don't use a blanket statement. Like, I learned a lot about the different rules and ethics, the different laws and ethics. Well, that's what this class is about. Be specific. Give me more. What about the laws did you learn? What ethic or guideline did you learn about? Be specific. Don't give me blanket statements. I need to know that you actually read the chapter. Show me proof that you read the chapter. Show me proof that you understand what you're talking about. Know the topic, because this is going to stay the same. If you're giving me blanket statements, you're going to try putting that in for every week. That's not going to work. Okay? You came to college. You decided to, invest in your education. Do yourself a huge service and get that education. Ask questions. Question everything. Get that value. Whether you're getting financial aid, believe it or not, that's coming out of your pocket. Like, you can't get financial aid back once you've used it. So make sure that you are not wasting your time and you are giving yourself the best start to your career that you can. Because right now is where you're starting your career, believe it or not. It's not later on once you go out and interview and try to get a job. Right now you're starting that career. Because when they ask for those transcripts, it's going to show them what you're doing. All right, let's see if there's any other ones. So again, if you go through here, you should be fine. And remember, once you finish this, that's not all the assignments. You got to go back to assignments. Now we got chapter 4 to do. So you go in and you read your chapter 4. There's your PowerPoint, your quick checks, apply yourself. There's your 2 submission assignments and your test yourself. Again, you're not done then. Then after you've completed 3 and 4, now you want to take your chapter test. Why? Because it's on chapters 1 through 4. There are going to be 50 questions, multiple choice, fill in the blank, true or false. With the fill in the blank, usually I'll double check and make sure someone didn't have a typo. If I understand what you meant and I knew you knew it, I'm going to give you the point for it, so don't fret if you're like, oh my gosh, I put a period at the end, or I had an extra space. That's fine. I will go back and fix that. If you have any questions, please email me. I get them directly to my phone. I try to answer back in a timely manner. If for some reason it requires me to use the computer, that might take a little bit of time. I'll try to email you back and let you know once I get to a computer. I'll email you right back the information that you need. Let me know if this video was helpful. That's what I'm all about, trying to help make your life easier. I know that you have a life outside of this course. I might not be your only course this summer, or this semester. But I need you to give me a little bit of that time so that you can fully understand these rules and these laws, and I keep saying rules, they're laws and ethics. I really need you to understand them so that you can protect yourself as best as possible, because once you're out there, It is all you. All you. And I just want you to be as informed as possible so that you can protect yourself and, yes, protect your practice and your physicians or entity wherever you end up working with your degree. I wish you much luck. Don't forget to email me. I'll say it a million times. And have a great rest of the semester. And I look forward to hearing from you because you guys should have questions. All right?